What's good, my Mongols? Today, I have a very special video prepared for you. Now, a couple of videos ago, or last video, I don't remember, I asked in a manga video for you guys to give me your top 10 favorite manga. So, that's exactly what I'm going to do now. I am going to look at each and every one of your top 10s. I'm going to look at it, say my thoughts, give a 0 out of 10 rating on how good I think the top 10 is. That's all my own personal opinion. Don't take that to heart, by the way. If I say your shit's like a 3 out of 10, don't be like, oh God, I need to read other manga. That just means like I didn't like the manga that's on your top 10, which is totally fine, which is it was 100% okay. I'm giving it top 10, a rating out of 10. And then, after that, I'm gonna be giving, based off your top 10, one manga I think you'd also enjoy. So, I'll be giving like a little recommendation as well, that like, oh, if you like this, you know, something a little bit similar is this, and you might like this. So, yeah, that's going to be like how I'm going to go through these top 10. So, let's just start it off. I got the tablet here. I got all your top 10s right here. There's a lot of them. We're going to be going through a lot. This one has 4 replies. Okay, cool. All right. Let's just go through this first one. The first one is by @Zachary Wear 9083. At number 10, he's got Tomodachi Game. 9 is Higurashi. 8 is My Dearest Self with Malice Aforethought. 7 is The Climber. 6 is Akira. 5 is Alice in Borderland. 4 is Jagan. 3 is Bleach. 2 is Poon Poon. And 1 is Batoon. So, this is honestly kind of a fire top 10. I can't even count. Alice in Borderland is heat. Jagan is heat. Bleach is fire. Poon Poon, I have my problems with, but it's good. Poon Poon's very good. The Climber, I haven't read all The Climber, but I hear it's incredible. My Dearest Self with Malice Aforethought, I really want to read. So, by looking at this list, I feel like you low-key fuck with like those like thriller, like psychological kind of manga. You also like death games, I feel like. Bleach is also one of those where I feel like Bleach is a lot different from this list. I don't really know, like, where I think Bleach is more of, like, what you call it, like a nostalgia pick for you, which I can't even count. That's kind of like a One Piece for me. Well, One Piece isn't, like, nostalgic. I just love One Piece, but, like a One Piece, my One Piece is tier Bleach. Also, One Piece is my 3rd favorite manga as well, like yours. If I had to give another manga for you to read, like a recommendation. Okay, well, let me give my out of 10 rating. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. This is a good list. Now, stuff like Higurashi, I don't really know much of, but I haven't heard incredible things about. Tomodachi Game, I've heard good things about, and I literally know nothing about Batoon. So, this is a good list. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. I fuck with this list. I can't even cap. Honestly, I feel like one thing you really like is Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul, I feel like, is up your alley right here. It's got that psychological aspect. It's got that thriller aspect. It has incredible art. It has similar art to some of these. It's kind of similar to Jagan in a way, but I don't know. You'll have to fit it on your list somehow. I think Tokyo Ghoul would be a good one, unless you've already read Tokyo Ghoul, because it's, you know, Tokyo Ghoul is a pretty popular one. I don't know what else I'd give. But, like, my recommendation is Tokyo Ghoul, because it's honestly kind of fire. All right. Next, we have Andre Walk ZU. At Andre Walk ZU. His top 10 includes at number 10, Genshiken. Never heard of that shit in my entire life. Genshiken, Pluto, The Fable, Naruto, Slam Dunk, Gantz, Hunter x Hunter, Death Note, Akira, and Dragon Ball as number 1. I can't cap. This is a fire list. I can't cap. This is a fire list. You have a lot of variety in here. Pluto, The Fable, Slam Dunk, 3 incredibly different manga, and then some other stuff like a Naruto and Dragon Ball that are older manga. Well, Naruto's not like an older manga, but like older manga that, you know, were made a while ago. Like Akira's there as well. Death Note is a great pick. Hunter x Hunter's there as well. Let's see. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. This is a good list. In my opinion. I fuck with this list. I can't even cap. I feel like I'm just going to say that for all of them. I really like this. If I would have to give a recommendation, you have the Hunter x Hunter in there. You have, you know, Akira in there. You have Slam Dunk. You have The Fable. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like you like some of those like darker toned manga that have like those really like dark tones to it. Not like theme wise as well, but I'm talking like color wise, like art wise. Like you probably like those like darker color. I mean, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are very well known for having incredible color resolution, or not color resolution, color contrast, like where the black and white looks incredible together. If I had to give a recommendation for that, I feel like just go with a Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know. The Hunter x Hunter has kind of thrown me off a bit. So if you like Hunter x Hunter, I feel like just pick a Yu Yu Hakusho up and go read his other manga. I feel like you would like that a lot too. If you want to get something more like an Akira, something that's a little bit more darker, because Hunter x Hunter has a dark like undertone to it, but it's overall more of a lighthearted story. Honestly, I've been reading it a lot. Go pick up The Promised Neverland. I'm serious. The Promised Neverland's first arc is still, in my opinion, an incredible arc. Like that season 1 arc, I still think is a fantastic arc. Everything that comes after that is still good. It's just not, it doesn't hit the same heights. But The Promised Neverland, I feel like, is somewhat similar to this. I think you would really, really enjoy it. All right. This guy, okay, so his ad is at Nick Deller8950. Fire name, by the way. Deller's a fire last name. I don't even know if that's your last name, but it's fire. I'm going to read it. He has a little paragraph in the beginning, but I'm going to read it. He says, I'm still fairly early in the manga game, honestly. I've been reading a little bit of manga here and there for a while, but I just recently transitioned from mostly anime with some manga to mostly manga with some anime. Lol. But from what I've read so far, I'd probably say my top 10 is something like... Then he has his top 10. Number 10, he has Paradise Kiss, which I've heard about, but I have not read it yet. Jujutsu Kaisen, Fire Punch, Sakamoto Days, Slam Dunk. There's a lot of Slam Dunks on here. One Piece, Pluto, Berserk, Vagabond, and 20th Century Boys. Now, you have 2 Naoki Urasawa works on here, 20th Century Boys and Pluto. I'm assuming you haven't read Monster yet, which in my opinion is his best work. You could go for that. You also have a Berserk on here. I mean, I feel like no matter what your taste in manga is, most people who read Berserk are gonna like it, at least a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, you could be the ultimate, like, I don't even know, you only read shoujo manga or something, or you only read manga like Yotsuba, and then you could read Berserk and be like, this is still fire. You know what I mean? I haven't read Berserk yet, but that's just like what I hear. That's just what I hear, like other people talk about it. So I'm just gonna ignore that. Anytime I see Berserk, I'm just gonna ignore it, because everyone likes Berserk. One Piece is here. You have some, typical shonen here as well, like a One Piece, Sakamoto Days, Fire Punch, Jujutsu Kaisen. Those are all very classic staple shonen series. Well, maybe not staple, but, those are like big shonen names and, in the demographic. Again, I've never heard of Paradise Kiss. I think it's safe to say you like a great story with great action in the manga. I don't know. This list is kind of tripping me up because 20th Century Boys, Vagabond, and Pluto in your top 5 are very story-centric. Those are very, the best part about those manga are the plot elements. And then you go down the list, and you have a Sakamoto Days, which is very action-oriented. Fire Punch, which I hear in the future gets a lot better, story-wise. Jujutsu Kaisen, which is, again, very action-based, is very action, the main selling point is the action. I've never heard of Paradise Kiss. I never read Paradise Kiss. Slam Dunk does not have a very complex story. I think you fuck with great characters. I think that's what you do. You fuck with great characters. Honestly, if I want to put you on that more shonen trend that you're going on, read Versus. I know I've said it a million times how good Versus is. Go read Versus. If you want to go into that more story elements, especially because you already have 2 Naoki Urasawa works, I actually wouldn't recommend Monster, even though I think it's incredible. I would recommend something that's still going, Asadora. I think Asadora is one of his easiest manga to get into. And it's one of his because, in my opinion, Monster is incredible, but it doesn't, start off incredible. Pluto is incredible, but the first 3-4 volumes, I think, are very, very slow, in my opinion. So, Asadora starts off great and continues to be great. So in my opinion, it's easiest work to get into. I would recommend Asadora if you want like the storytelling aspect, like that very like grounded storytelling aspect. With judging from this list, you really fuck with. I would, if you want to go into that more shonen action like area, I would recommend Versus. In my opinion, that's what I would do. I'd recommend Versus. All right. This one comes from R0PT1X. That's his app. His current top 10 are Girls Last Tour, Witch Had a Tellier, Claymore, Blom or Blame, I still don't know how to pronounce that, Vagabond, 20th, I didn't even review the last one. I give it like a 7 out of 10, whatever, it doesn't matter. I think I'll just start doing the reviews, because like, I think I just like to recommend manga part more. I think that's more fun. All right, I'm going to just, Girls Last Tour, Witch Had a Tellier, Claymore, Blom, Vagabond, 20th Century Boys, Full Metal Alchemist, Monster, Berserk, and One Piece. Now, let's look at this list. You like mature manga. Maybe not mature manga is the right thing to say. For some reason, when someone says like, this manga is mature, and I say a manga is like, I guess it's because it does insinuate that there are immature manga. When I mean mature manga, I really more just mean like a manga with more like a serious tone. That's really what I mean. Like One Piece is not by my standards a mature manga, but it's in my top 3. Like it's not like I hate it or whatever. I just mean a manga with a serious tone. That's really it. When I say mature, but I do like, I understand why it's like you call a manga mature, like kind of a stupid statement, because they will manga are like mature. They're all made by adults. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Girls Last Tour, Witch Had a Tellier. So you also, I think, fuck with existential manga. That low-key is showing up on your list right here. Full Metal Alchemist is one of those where I hear at the end it gets really existential, with like the final fight and everything. Vagabond, again, a very philosophical manga. Monster, Berserk, philosophical manga. One Piece is just, it's like the same thing as Berserk. Everyone fucking loves One Piece. I'm not even gonna, like, that's why when I talk about my favorite manga, I don't mention One Piece. Because everyone has already said all the good stuff about One Piece. What do I have to bring to the table? You know what I mean? Like what am I going to be saying about One Piece that's so good? Girls Last Tour. This is kind of difficult. Girls Last Tour is fantastic, by the way. I haven't really heard much about Witch Had a Tellier, but I hear it's very focused in like the themes of like creativity and imagination, which seems very interesting to me. Honestly, I would give you Magus of the Library. Very story-based. Very mature. It has a very serious tone. The art is fantastic. The characters are fantastic. Great pacing. I would give you Magus of the Library. It's really, really good. I read the first volume. It's funny. I read the first volume for the second bingo video. And I posted on my community tab the bingo card for it, like while I was filming the video. And the Manga Sloth commented on my video being like, because I had Magus of the Library on the bingo card, and he was like, bro, you're not ready for Magus of the Library, bro. You're not ready for Magus of the Library. So I was like, oh shit, apparently I'm not ready for Magus of the Library. And I read it, and it blew me away, like genuinely, it was fantastic. I really got to read volumes 2 and 3, because I own them, but yeah, it's really, really good. I would recommend it. All right, here we go. Next one, by Froington, at Froington. Number 10, Bastard, fire pick. I just gotta say, fire pick. I read volume 1 of Bastard, and that shit got me hooked. I can't even count. Number 9, Berserk. Number 8, One Out. I think that's a baseball manga. I think. It's like a really old baseball manga, I'm pretty sure. I don't know much about it. Number 7, The Witch and the Beast, which I hear is very good. Number 6, The Legend of the Strongest Kurosawa. Wow, this is a lot of manga. This is a lot of manga I do not know. Number 5 is Vinland Saga. Number 4 is Hajime no Ippo. Number 3 is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Number 2 is Real. Number 1 is Monster. So you could say, you also put like a little down here, said, currently reading Grand Blue, could be top 10, which is more of a comedy manga, and didn't include Haikyuu or Kaguya-sama because I mostly watched the anime and then read. Okay. So I'm assuming those would be in your top 10 if you read them instead. Because you mentioned them. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be here on a top 10 video and being like, I didn't include My Hero Academia because I watched the anime. Like, even if I read the manga, I'm pretty sure it would be in my top 10. But that's besides the point. I did read My Hero Academia and I didn't, like, especially enjoy it. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't, like, anything crazy. Okay. In my opinion, what I'm seeing from this list, you fuck with, like indie, not indie manga, how do you say it? Like, obscure manga. You fuck with obscure manga, and you fuck with pretentious-ass manga. Because Hajime no Ippo is so popular, I don't hear anybody reading Hajime no Ippo. I literally have not met a single person who has read Hajime no Ippo. Genuinely. But it's insanely popular. JoJo's is kind of on the same level, but most of the people who like JoJo's, I feel like, watch either the anime. Like, that's on that level. Vinland Saga I hear is fantastic. I haven't read enough through it to, like, make a judgment on it. One Outs and The Witch and the Beast, I've barely heard of, like, genuinely, barely. Maybe I heard them in passing. Berserk and Bastard at 9 and 10. I don't know. Damn, this is kind of tricky. And you say you fuck with Grand Blue, Kaguya-sama, and Haikyuu. So, this looks like it's character-driven. You fuck with characters. Okay. Characters. What Loki has good characters? I don't even know. Shit, I'm literally a manga YouTuber. I should know this shit. Good ass characters? You know what? I'm giving you Blue Period. Your homework's Blue Period. Blue Period is some of the best written characters I've ever read. Mainly the trio of Yatori Iguchi, the trans guy, and the genius. That's an oversimplification of their characters. I know. But that's basically their archetypes, kind of. But it's like, it's a lot better than what I'm saying, okay? There's the main character who's trying to find his life's purpose. There's the, like, second protagonist who is, like, trying to find, like, the meaning in his identity. And then there's another guy who is trying to express, like, how do I say it? He's trying to, like, find a purpose in finding purpose, if that makes sense. It's kind of ridiculous, and it has some of the best writing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's incredible. So, and there's a bunch of other characters that are fantastic. The newest volume that came out, volume 15, oh my goodness, I was genuinely blown away by it. Volume 14 and 15. So good. Go read Blue Period. I think you would love it. All right. Top 10 ordered starting from the top. Okay. This is by Kes7ER. Number 10 is Chojin X. Number 9 is The Boxer. It's pretty good, I know. Number 8 is The Kame Ga Kill, which I've heard good things about, but I haven't read it yet. I didn't even know it had a manga, I'm going to be honest. Number 7 is Kaiju number 8. Number 6 is Solo Leveling. Number 5 is Alice in Borderland. Number 4 is Pandora Hearts. Number 3 is Claymore. Number 2 is Fire Force. And number 1 is Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Ghoul Re. And then you put Absolute Cinema. You know what? I'm going to go on a brave take. I'm going to assume you love a manga, an action manga, with a romance subplot. Because most of these manga have a romance subplot. I'm going to be honest. Chojin X does not. The Boxer kind of does with you and I think her name's Carmen. It's not even like a romance. It's supposed to be like a savior kind of thing, but it's basically a romance. It's not like a typical, like, not like a manga romance, but it's explored like really weirdly. Good, but weirdly. The Kame Ga Kill I know nothing about. Kaiju number 8, the main motivation of the main character is to be on the same level as his, like, childhood friend or whatever. And I'm counting that. Solo Leveling I've literally only heard is good because there's aura farming in it. Alice in Borderland, the two main characters literally have sex, I think, one time. Pandora Hearts, I hear, has a romance subplot. Claymore has one as well between Claire, I think her name is, like the Claymore, and I think it's a Pita. I don't know, but like the main girl and the boy that follows him around. Fire Force doesn't really have one, but it has like a lot of fan service, so I'm counting it. And then Tokyo Ghoul Re just has like a lot of like interconnected relationships. Well, friendships, but like relationships. So I'm gonna assume you fuck with that. So if I had to give you a manga to read, this might be the dumbest one. I'm giving you Dandadan. Even though we'll get to it when we do the manga log. When we do the manga log this month, I'll talk about like my problems with Dandadan, because I love the series, but I have like some kind of big problems. Not big, but like I have some issues with it. Mainly the romance. It has a great romance subplot, so just go with that, and then go read Dandadan. It's incredible. All right. Next, we got Wolf, who I see in my comment sections a lot. And I'm glad to actually know what his top 10 is, because I see him talking about, oh, this manga's incredible, this manga's great, this manga's great. So I actually want to see his top 10. All right. First, he gave 3 honorable mentions of Black Lagoon, Whistle, and Demon Slayer, which are solid manga. I've only read Demon Slayer, and I think it's okay. But you know what? We're gonna not like try to offend people. Number 10, he has 86. Number 9, he has Tokyo Avengers. Number 8, he has AOT, or Attack on Titan. Number 7, he has Initial D. Number 6, Sakamoto Days. Number 5, Slam Dunk. Number 4, Blue Box. Number 3, Blue Lock. Number 2, No Guns Life, which is kind of, that has to be an ironic pick. Well, not like an ironic pick, but that has to be like, whatever. I'm not even going to get into it. I don't know how to explain it. And then number 1, he has The Prince of Tennis, which I did not see happening. So, looking at this, you have 4 sports manga in your thing. I'm going to just give you another sports manga. You have The Prince of Tennis, Blue Lock, Blue Box, Slam Dunk, Initial D if you want to count racing as a sports manga. And then Tokyo Avengers is a delinquent manga, which is like in a subcategory or whatever. I'm going to just give you another sports manga. I'm going to give you Medalist, because Medalist is fucking fantastic. It's incredible, especially in the newer volumes coming out right now. We're really getting into like a big climax, and I am so excited for that next volume. It's actually about to be insane. It's going to be incredible. All right. Oh, excuse me. Shit. Okay. Next, this one comes from Quan Films. Crazy, the great name, by the way. If you become a director, let me be an actor. Okay, sorry. Okay. Number 10, Kagurabachi. Number 9, Blue Period. That's fire. Number 8, Uzumaki. Number 7, Bleach. Number 6, One Punch Man. Number 5, Fragrant Flower, Blooms of Dignity. Number 4 is Blue Lock. Number 3 is Chainsaw Man. Number 2 is Blue Box. Number 1 is Vinland Saga. I'm going to be honest. This is the strangest top 10 I've ever seen in my entire life. There's like no correlation here. There's 2 romance manga on here. Blue Box and Fragrant Flower. There's Blue Period and Vinland Saga, which are very like philosophical manga. There's Kagurabachi and like a One Punch Man that are very like action shonen-esque. There's Blue Lock and Chainsaw Man, which are like darker shonen, like shonen with just darker tones to it and like darker coloring. And like there's this, and then you have a random horror manga in here, Uzumaki. What is this top 10? These are some great manga. I'm not saying these manga aren't incredible. Blue Box is on my top 10. Fragrant Flower is incredible. I love Bleach. Uzumaki was a fantastic horror manga. Blue Period might be in my top 5 soon, depending on the next volumes go. Blue Box is also one of my favorite romance manga. Vinland Saga I hear is incredible. One Punch Man I'm not the biggest fan of, but it's, everyone else, fucking finds it incredible. Like, this is like a great top 10. There's no like bad manga on here. Well, Kagurabachi. I didn't like the first volume of Kagurabachi, okay? That's just what I was trying to say. There's no bad manga on here. So, I don't really have like a manga to... I guess I could just give like a good manga Go read Fool Knight. This is a good list. I can't even cap. Like, just read Fool Knight, bro. That's just a great manga. It's a great story-driven manga, I think. All right. Next, we have Pithy Pack 9450, which I also see in my comment sections a lot. So I'm curious to see his ranking. His top 10 favorite manga are, number 10, he has Hema 10. Never heard of in my entire life. Number 9 is Blue Box. Number 8 is Boys Abyss. Number 7 is Death Note. Number 6 is Dandadan. Number 5 is Chain Soldier, which I hear is not great, but again, like, it's your list. I'm not gonna be the guy who's like, bro, why do you have this in your list? Change that shit. Like, bro, just whatever. Your list is your list. Number 4 is Blue Lock. Number 3 is Komi K Communicate. Number 2 is Tokyo Ghoul. And number 1 is Chainsaw Man. Okay, again, this is another crazy one. Because how can you have your top 3 be Chainsaw Man and Tokyo Ghoul, and then under that, Komi Can't Communicate? That's crazy to me. Those manga are like entirely different spectrums. That's insane to me, but whatever. Doesn't matter. You got 2 romance. Actually, I think Chain Soldier is also a romance manga. Boys Abyss is kind of a romance manga, but there's romance in it, but it's not a romance manga. Hema 10, I've never heard of in my entire life. And Dandadan has a romance subplot. Okay, you might be the guy who likes a romance subplot in your manga. You might be the guy. You know what manga I'm giving you? I don't know. You like Chainsaw Man. I might just give you Fire Punch. I mean, no, actually, I mean, you probably have already done this. If Chainsaw Man's your number 1, like, you'll probably also have read his other works. I would give you his one-shot, Goodbye Eri. Goodbye Eri is by the same author as Tatsuki Fujimoto. It's kind of a romance, but there's romance in it, but it's not a romance manga. It's a manga about making movies, and it's also a manga about how people are influenced by what they see online. And how the camera can influence the perceptions of others. And I think it's incredible. Honestly, in my opinion, I think it's way better than Look Back. I know Look Back got the movie or whatever, and everyone says it's incredible. I genuinely think Goodbye Eri is like, that should have easily gotten the movie before Look Back. I think Goodbye Eri will get a movie, but like, if Goodbye Eri gets a movie, it's like perfect. It's genuinely perfect because it's a movie about making movies, and the ending would fit so well. It would just fit so well. So, yeah, that's who I would give you. Next, we have, this can't be your name, bro. Young Toenail 5555. Come on, bro. Okay. As is number 10, number 10, he has Death Note. Number 9, he has Gantz. Number 8, he has Holy Land, which I really hope gets printed physical because I hear it's so good. Number 7 is Fire Punch. Number 6 is JoJo's Part 4, which I know nothing about. Number 5 is Bleach. Number 4 is My Dearest Self with Malice Aforethought. I will check it out when it gets into English. There's so many good manga that haven't come into English yet. We're just getting Baki, bro. I can't wait to buy that volume, by the way. I can't wait to read it. Number 3 is Goodnight Poon Poon. Number 2 is Blood on the Tracks. And number 1 is Flowers of Evil. So you have 3 Shuzo Oshimi. No, you don't. You don't have Happiness. My bad. You have 2 Shuzo Oshimi manga in here. I'm just going to keep that in mind. You also, hold on. You put like a couple paragraphs I need to read. Well, not like, it won't take that long. Honestly, there are a lot of series I still want to collect and read physically, which are exactly up my alley. Series like Berserk, Vagabond, Steel Ball Run. Read the first hardcover and started off great. Blam, Slam Dunk, Real, Vinland Saga, Chainsaw Man, etc., etc. Absolutely peak ahead of me, but from the like 50 series I've read, these are my faves. Okay. Again, you like darker toned series. I understand that. I'm about to give you peak, okay? Oh, excuse me. So you said Berserk, Vagabond, Steel Ball Run, Blam, Slam Dunk, Real, Vinland Saga, Chainsaw Man. I'm not giving you any of those. I'm not going to give you those. I'm giving you peak right here. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. Okay. based on this list, damn, hold on. I had a manga in my head, but I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh my goodness. Why can't I remember? Holy shit, hold on. This is the most boring this video is ever going to get, by the way. I'm hopefully entertaining you. Fuck it, I'm not going to think too much about it. Go read... I don't know. Go read Alice in Borderland. Okay, that's the one I wanted to say. Go read Alice in Borderland. It's one of those Darker Torn series. It's incredible. It's just a death game manga, and it's fantastic. I think it's incredible, by the way. And the ending is, oh my god, the ending is one of my favorite endings I've ever read. Okay. Next, we have one from Mimi Kuroken 1885. Okay. So I'm going to read the paragraph first. They say, not going to lie, these are sort of not in actual order because I just cannot decide, but a pretty good gauge of my taste. Okay. So number 10, they have Servamp, Ichi the Witch, Delicious in Dungeon, Medalist, Beastars, Yona of the Dawn, Chainsaw Man, Witch Hat Atelier, Berserk, and Fruits Basket. I'm going to make either the craziest, prediction in my entire life, or I'm gonna come off as the biggest sexist ever. You're a woman. You're a woman, and I know the exact perfect manga for you. Okay? I might have just been caught for being the biggest sexist on earth. This is the ultimate female list I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm sorry. Listen, I love Beastars. Beastars in my top 20. They're probably top 15 actually. Beastars I think is incredible. I love Beastars. You put Beastars, Delicious in Dungeon, Fruits Basket in your top 10, I'm just going to classify you as... God, that sounds so sexist. I'm just going to stop where I am. I'm giving you Welcome to Demon School of Rumakun. I've read the first, 7 volumes? It's on my desk, actually. I read the first 7 volumes. It's fantastic. I love Welcome to Demon School of Rumakun. And it's one of those manga that I read, and I'm by the premise and by the idea of it, if I heard the premise before I bought it, I would have not bought it. Because the premise is basically daily life in a demon academy. And I do not like slice of life. This is a slice of life I not only tolerate, but actually enjoy and love. So I'm giving you Welcome to Demon School of Rumakun. Trust me, I'm literally the most knowledgeable mangaler on the planet Earth. Okay, I know everything. So you're gonna love it. Okay, you're gonna love it. If you do not identify as a woman or whatever, please do not get mad, okay? That was a joke, but if I'm right, it was not a joke and it was the greatest prediction ever. Why did I do that, bro? I just fucking canceled myself for no reason. Okay, next, we have someone named Name-B7W, at Name-B7W. Their top 10 favorite manga are Monster, Sunny, which I hear is good, Yokohama Kadaishi Kiko, which they misspelled. I'm just going to leave that out there to embarrass them. Okay. Nicola Traveling Around the Demon's World. Never heard of that shit. I gotta be honest. Onani Master Kurosawa. Wait. I think I know what that is. Okay, whatever. Goodnight Poon Poon, Yotsuba, Bastard, The Horizon, and number 1, they have Shoulder a Coffin Kuro. That's crazy. You have, right next to each other, you have Yotsuba and Bastard in The Horizon, which is fucking insane to me. You probably, I'm gonna assume, flip-flop on slice of life manga to existential dread kind of manga. Those are your that's the manga you fuck with the most. I'm gonna give you one that's a bit of both. I'm gonna give you Zom 100 because there's some moments in the manga that are purely comedy based, and there's some moments in the manga that are very philosophical based. And the best arcs in that manga are when they mix them together. So I'm gonna give you Zom 100. I love Zom 100. I think you'll love it too. Oh, Someone replied to this? Okay, they changed. Okay, never mind. Don't embarrass them because they changed the spelling. Whatever. Sorry. I'm just an asshole. Okay. Next comes from Robin, or Steve Clark 1. This guy's always in my comment section. I appreciate him greatly. Let's just go through his top 10. He says, I didn't really have a 10th spot, so I just put what I'm enjoying reading right now. Okay. So his 10th is Kagurabachi. If your 10th is Kagurabachi, don't make my opinion, like, change that. Like, if you're like, my top 10, like, my 10th favorite manga is Kagurabachi, even though Mr. Idol Mangler doesn't fuck with that, I gotta say that, like, it's not really my top 10. Now, whatever. I'm not even gonna, you can do whatever you want. It don't matter to me, okay? I'm gonna just continue reading. You're gonna continue reading. We're all gonna have a fun time. 10 is Kagurabachi. 9 they have Yotsuba. Man, well, we're getting a lot of Yotsuba. I can't even cap. Yotsuba. Number 8 is Since Satoru Died. Number 7 is One Punch Man. Number 6 is Froington. Number 5 is Satomu Senchu. I feel like I've heard of that, but I have not read it yet. Number 4 is Black Clover. Number 3 is Blue Lock. Number 2 is Cross Manage. And number 1 is Welcome to Demon School Arumakun. Which, hey, if you don't trust me, trust Steve Clark, bro. He's got some good opinions. Probably. I don't remember. If I had to give you a manga, let's see. You like upbeat shonen manga, in my opinion. Maybe Blue Lock is a bit off there, but Blue Lock is one of those manga where, like, you just can't help but get hyped when you read it. Like, it's just that good. I've never read Cross Manage. Welcome to Demon School is I hear it gets darker and, like, more story-driven later on, but at least what I'm reading right now, it's very, like, slice of life-esque. So Welcome to Demon School is, a lot more upbeat. One Punch Man is a comedy manga. Froington is not upbeat at all. It's kind of a comedy. It has a very, like, dry sense of comedy, but it doesn't really work. And my shit's about to die, whatever. And then Kagurabachi, you're enjoying reading that right now. Damn. I know I harp on this manga a lot. I don't even know if that's the right phrasing for it. Trying to think. Okay. I think I've already recommended this to someone else, but the manga is just that good. I'm gonna recommend you Versus again. I say this a lot because Versus is just that good, but it is like, I'm gonna make a video about it eventually. It is like, it perfected fun. Like, genuinely, in my opinion, the one perfected fun with Versus. Like, it's just so good. And volume 3 was so good. So yeah, go read Versus. It's just up there. That's what I would recommend you. But I think you said you already read Versus. I don't remember. No, maybe you didn't. I don't know. Whatever. If not, then I don't know. Maybe a Sakamoto Days would be up your taste. Like, if I had to give another one, I don't know. Maybe a Tokyo Avengers. Honestly, I think you'd like Tokyo Avengers as well. I think they're both up there for you. All right, this one comes from Memento. Are we almost done? We're not almost done. I got to go through these quick. Momento Samorei. 3 days ago. Their top 10 favorite manga are Chainsaw Man, Tokyo Avengers, Vagabond, they're not caught up with, Vinland Saga, Blue Lock, Alice in Borderland, Attack on Titan, which I say is underrated, which... Save that for the hot takes one. Save that for the hot takes video. Goodnight Poon Poon, or Berserk, then Goodnight Poon Poon, then One Piece. These are all great manga. I would just recommend you another great manga. One that, like, everyone thinks is really, really good. They think that's really, really solid. Damn. I can't think of one. This is really... All right, I'm going to read your paragraph first because you read something. You put something here before. You said, top 3 I always shift around. I've been reading One Piece for like 6 to 8 years, so it means a lot to me, mostly through nostalgia. Berserk and Poon Poon, I just finished / caught up to both this past month. I feel like I haven't had enough time thinking about them to put them in my top 1 spot, though. I've probably forgotten a couple of series. These are just my favorite off the top of my head, though. Okay. Got it. You fuck with Berserk. Honestly, I think Claymore might be up your alley. Claymore is really, really good. It gets to like it's kind of boring, but it like there's a point where like we see a character's backstory and it like shifts the entire tone of the manga. It changes the entire identity of the manga. Like it gets really it starts off as like killing demons, like big like what's it called, like villain of the week kind of thing, where they just kill demons over and over, and then it gets to like a undercovering government corruption kind of manga. So yeah, like I think you really enjoy it, especially with that Attack on Titan so underrated. Maybe the manga is, the anime is not underrated at all. All right, this one comes from Jawad Aia. Again, this guy's always in my comment section down below. Big fan of this guy. I'm actually curious to see his top 10. Let's see. 10 is Yu-Gi-Oh! 9 is One Punch Man. 8 is Alice in Borderland. It's fire. 7 is Blue Lock. That's fire. 6 is D-Grand Man. I really gotta read D-Grand Man. I'm fucking up on those reviews. I really am. I really gotta read those manga. Number 5 is Vagabond. Number 4 is Chainsaw Man. Number 3 is Beastars. Number 2 is Tokyo Ghoul Re. And number 1 is Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Ghoul Re. And number 1 is 20th Century Boys. Okay. This guy, I feel like, has been a part of my channel for years. Like, genuinely years. I don't know what to give you. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to give you anything. Because if you've been a part of my channel enough, you know what I like. You know what I dislike. He's probably been my oldest fan for a while. I feel like I don't need to give you, like, a series. I don't think I do. I don't know. Any manga I've talked about recently, Trillion Game. Go read Trillion Game. Because, brother, we have very similar tastes. Whatever I like, you're probably also going to like. And vice versa. So, yeah. I'm just going to put that there. Okay. Next is from Eaton Mess 5572. I see this person in my comment section down below. She actually, like, on my hot takes video, she put like a 10 paragraph thing that I went through and it took like 10 minutes. It was great. I'm not complaining. It was great. So I'm also curious to see what a top 10 is. Number 10, she put Takapi's Original Sin. Number 9, she put Look Back. Number 8, put Blue Exorcist. Number 7, Chainsaw Man. This is not a real manga, by the way. Number 6, I'm So Hungry I Could Eat Busashi. That's not real. You can't convince me that's a real title. Number 5, Neon Genesis Evangelion. Number 4, Basara. Number 3, Dandadan. Number 2, One Piece. And number 1, Fruits Basket. And then she also put, also I repeat what I said last time. If you pick up My Love Story, I'll read. Okay. I'm going to go pick up a random ass manga called My Love Story. Just so this random ass viewer can read The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Because that's what she put. The Fragrant Flower, I'm going to just make my case one more time. The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity is the greatest romance I've ever read in my entire life. I'll read My Love Story. I know what it is. I looked it up because she like put it like last video or something. I looked it up and I saw the main character's like character design and I went, I don't want to read this. By the way, is this camera blurry? What's happening with this camera? Maybe my eyesight's getting blurry. Whatever. I looked at the shit and I was like, I don't want to read this. But if we're actually going to make a deal, can we shake on this? I will go read it if you go read The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. The Fragrant Flower. Honestly, you could just watch the anime, but the anime doesn't look as good as the manga. So go read the manga. We're shaking on it right now. We're shaking on it. I'm going to go buy the first volume, and I'll read it. We're shaking on it right now, though. Okay? Let me give a review. This is a great list, I think. Chainsaw Man's great. Look Back. Again, I think it's kind of overhyped, but it's still a great manga. Takapi's Original Sin, I hear, is good. Fruits Basket. Again, I know like nothing about. I would give you Perfect World. Perfect World, I hear, is similar to Fruits Basket. It's basically about a couple where they were a high school couple and then they like broke it off for some reason. And in adult life, they meet up again, but the guy is in a wheelchair but she wants to get back together with him. So they have to figure that out. So that's what it's about. It's really, really good. The first volume is fantastic. Go read it. It's fantastic. I gotta finish it though. All right, next from Tom Brady, who is, again, also in my comment section a lot. I really got to go quick because we're 44 minutes in and there's a lot more. Well, not that much money, but there's more. His top 10 are 20th Century Boys, Real, Billy Bat, Tomodachi Game, Pluto, Monster, Berserk, Slam Dunk, Tokyo Ghoul. Okay. You have 4 Naruki Urasawa works. You have Monster, Pluto, Billy Bat, and 20th Century Boys. I'm going to just give you the 5th one right now. Go read Asadora. Because Asadora is, in my opinion, is really, really good. I will just give you the next Naruki Urasawa work. If you've already read Asadora, you don't really like. Number 1 was Classroom of the Elite. I don't know if I said that. I think I might have said something else. Classroom of the Elite, but the light novels. So that's just number 1. Classroom of the Elite, I know is like very like intellectual or something. It's like very like psychological-esque. Tokyo Ghoul is like that as well. Slam Dunk is just pure hype and inspiration. Berserk is, very dark undertones. Pluto is like that as well. I just give you Asadora. That's my recommendation. All right, this next one is from Ren DMC. If you're the one who recommended me DMC, which is not Devil May Cry, it's Detroit Metal City, go launch yourself into a fire. That's a joke. That's a joke. Do not launch yourself into a fire. Please don't. I just didn't like DMC like that. Okay. His top 10 are One Punch Man, Ichi F, which I've never heard of. Wait, have I? Maybe. I don't know. 8 is Blue Period. 7, Blade of the Immortal. 6 is House of 5 Leaves, which there's a book called like House of Leaves or something that I really want to read. Like an actual book, not a manga, which are 2 separate things. I always got to bring that up. Number 5 is Hunter x Hunter. Number 4 is Naruto. Number 3 is Magus in the Library. Let's go. We're shaking hands. Number 2 is Golden Kamuy. And number 1 is Odds Out. Or One Outs, which I think is the baseball manga. He put, my top 5 are pretty set in stone at the current moment, but I can see my list changing out in the future with more manga being released/licensed. One Outs, Golden Kamuy, and Magus in the Library have me falling in love with manga and reading books again. Bro, Magus of the Library is just that good. Forget the other 2 manga. Magus of the Library is just that good, I'm telling you. God, bro, I just want to read Magus of the Library now. What do I give you? Let's see. I want to give something related to the Magus of the Library. Because Magus of the Library is just that good. Like, I'm telling you, it's just that good. I'm going to give you Delicious in Dungeon. Delicious in Dungeon, in my opinion, is really, really good. I don't know if it fits on your list that much, like content-wise or whatever, but it's just really, really good. It's a great slice of life manga. Again, I always say this when I talk about slice of life. I am not a fan of slice of life. So anytime I'm recommending one or I'm talking about one positively, that should be a sign that it's actually like really, really good. Like if you are a slice of life person and I start talking about a slice of life, about how good it is, you should go read it because I have high standards when it comes to at least slice of life. So, yeah. What's it called? Fuck. I don't, fuck, what did I just recommend? Oh my god. Delicious in Dungeon. The box set is also out if you want to go buy that. But just buy Volume 1 and then see if you like it. And then you could sell the Volume 1 and buy the box set or buy Volume 2 or whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Delicious in Dungeon is fantastic. Okay. Next one comes from Big It 8. Number 10 is One Punch Man. Number 9, they have Full Metal Alchemist. Then Your Lie in April. Then Vagabond. Then Slam Dunk. Then Naruto. Then Billy Bat. Then Blue Box. Then 20th Century Boys. Then Vinland Saga. So, what do I make of this list? I don't know. I kind of read the names on this list and didn't really think about it too much, so I'm going to just look at this one more time. April, Vagabond, Slam Dunk. Damn, I haven't thought about this. There have been a lot of Slam Dunks. Slam Dunk is a fantastic manga. Don't get me wrong. I do think it's a tad overhyped, but still incredible. It's in my top 10. Like, I'm not going to act like it's not bad or anything. If it's in my top 10. But, yeah. Still fantastic. You have 20th Century Boys. You have Billy Bat. I really want to read Billy Bat. I hear it's so good. You have One Punch Man in there. Honestly, maybe go watch the anime for this, because the manga art is kind of wonky. Go read Mob Psycho 100. I think you'd like Mob Psycho 100. It's got the same vibe to some of these manga. It's not as, like, I don't even know. It's not like it's emotionally gripping as some of these other ones, but it's one of those. It's not like, I don't know. You're not gonna look at a panel and be like, oh my god, that just happened. That doesn't really happen. It's a very like slow progression of like character development. So I don't know if that's like really your thing, but I would say go read Mob Psycho 100 because it's really, really good. All right, we have 4 left. We're 50 minutes in. Okay. Thong Stank Dope, who I think I've seen in my comment section before, put in Alice in Borderland, Blom, Fire Punch, Made in Abyss, Yu Yu Hakusho, Berserk, Bo, Vagabond, Gintama, and One Piece. So, I'm gonna just go quick. Looking at your top 4, you like comedy manga. Gintama, Bo, those are some of your favorites, which are very good comedy manga. I mean, I haven't read those two, but I hear they're very good comedy manga. One Piece is also a comedy manga. Like, nobody really talks about this with One Piece, but One Piece has, like, great comedy in it. But something like a Vagabond in there is also pretty high on your list. If I had to give something that actually, like, made me laugh and I actually thought was, like, funny, I don't know. I don't want to recommend this manga just because I know it's not everyone's gonna love it, and I know it's gonna sound so fucking like not in your alley that you're gonna be like, I'm not reading that. But I promise you, just either read volume 1 or just watch like the first 2 episodes of the anime, and I promise you, if you don't find it funny at that point, you're not gonna like it. I think it's hilarious. I'm recommending you the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. Now, I say it like, this is how I talk about it. It is like One Punch Man mixed with One Piece, mixed with Gintama, which are all in your top 10, I think. No, One Punch Man is not in there, but whatever. Like One Punch Man mixed with Gintama, mixed with One Piece, combine all of them together, and then make it a romance manga, and then make it incredibly horny, and that's 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. And then add like Deadpool in there, and then that's the manga. Because, 1, it is probably one of the most ambitious manga I've ever read in my entire life. Like, just the idea of it is so ambitious. It's insane that it actually exists, and it's being taken that way. It's one of the funniest manga I've ever read. It, like, you know how Deadpool, like, will break the fourth wall a lot? It doesn't... How do I say this? It doesn't break the fourth wall. It just pretends the fourth wall doesn't exist. Like, it doesn't acknowledge that it's breaking the fourth wall. Like, in the newest chapter, and I keep up with it online. In the newest chapter, the characters in the manga promote an app in Japan that you can only play in Japan. They promote an app that is a real app, and there's like voice lines in the app of the characters in the anime. So they pretend like the characters in the manga went to a voice acting studio to voice those characters on an app that is actually real in real life. And it's fucking insane. The author and the artist are both characters in this world. There are multiple gods in this world for whatever. It's fucking insane. Like, genuinely, the fourth wall breaks that it does, or the acknowledgement of the fourth wall not existing breaks that it does, is so fucking insane, and they're just, every single time, they're hilarious. So, yeah, I would give you the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. That is the full title. It's just fantastic. It's just fantastic. Okay, next, we have... Wait. Oh, I didn't even look at this one. Oh, shit. I skipped one on accident. All right. Dr. Enev Stoaro. He put, in no particular order, AOT, Dolly Kill Kill. Dolly Kill Kill, which is actually the manga the artist of Blue Lock worked on, which I think is pretty cool. Goodbye Eri, Chainsaw Man, Komi Can't Communicate, Fire Force, Hideout, Yotsuba, and Bleach. those are his, well, top 9. He didn't put a top 10 for whatever reason. He said in no particular order. We got some good manga in here, some intense manga, but also some heartfelt manga like a Komi Can't. I'm surprised everyone like really fucked with Komi Can't Communicate. I tried to read like, I read volume 1, I thought it was okay, and I tried to read volume 2, and I just couldn't get through it. I really did not like Komi Can't Communicate at the beginning of like my manga collection. I'm gonna go through this one quick. I'm going to give you, looking at this list, I'm going to give you another one shot. I'm going to give you Stardust Family. Stardust Family I think is really, really good, and I think you'd like it. All right, I got to go through these last 3 quickly. He puts my top 10 that I own. I can't remember everything that I read in the past. The top 5 are nostalgia, that's sentimental, so they probably won't ever change. And then he has some honorable mentions I'll go through. Hana Yori Dengo, or Boys Over Flowers, Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, Radiant, Yona of the Dawn, and Akira. Half of those I've never heard of, so whatever. At number 10, he has Blue Lock. Number 5, Gantz. Number 8, Vagabond. Number 7, Land of the Lustrous. Number 6, The Fable. Number 5, Claymore. Number 4, Golden Kamui. Number 3, Bakuman. Number 2, IQ. And number 1, One Piece. So, go to the list. If I had to give you a manga to read, Blue Lock, you have a Blue Lock and a Haikyuu in there. You have The Fable in there, which is a comedy manga. The Fable is also one of the funniest manga in my opinion. So, previous guy that I was recommending, the 100 Girlfriends, if you don't like that one, go read The Fable, because those are probably the 2 funniest manga I've ever read. You have One Piece in there. You have Bakuman in there. I feel like you like more upbeat manga that also have incredible themes, or an incredible execution of themes. I'm going to give you... I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to give you. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. This is a very unique list. I don't know what to give you, genuinely. That's a first. At least I usually have some kind of idea. I think I'd give you Innocent. Innocent, I think, would be up your alley. I really like Innocent. I think it's kind of similar to the manga you have on the latter half of your list. Yeah, I'd give you Innocent. All right, and that was Shane Canada 5248. That was from it. All right, next we have Old Cat 219. Number 10, he has Houseki no Kuni. Number 9, Ajin. Number 8, Watashi Tachi no Shaiwase na Jikan. I'm sorry, can we put these in the English names? I'm looking down here and you put Diamond no Ace. Just say Ace. What was it called? Ace of Diamond or something? Just say Ace of Diamond, bro. We know what manga that is. Like, okay. Number 7, he has Kono Oto Tomare. Don't know what the fuck that is. Number 6, he has Goodnight Poon Poon. Number 5, he has Ace of Diamond. Number 4, he has Nana. Number 3, Pandora Hearts. Number 2, JoJo Steel Ball Run. Number 1, D Gray Man. And then he says, the ranking of theme doesn't matter to me. I love them all and I see them at the same level. Except for D Gray Man, I see it as something special and unique. Okay, fair enough. You really, really like D Gray Man. Which I also really like D Gray Man, at least of the volumes I've read. I do think it is also incredibly unique. If you want to read something unique, I would give you Dragon and Chameleon. It is a manga. It is a body swap manga about making manga. So you don't really have something like that in there, but the art, the way it like expresses metaphors, the way it expresses creativity and hard work and like even like plagiarism is super creative. So I would give you that. If you want something that's more like character design creative, you could read a Gacha Kuda that is very character design oriented. Like the character designs are fantastic in that manga. Yeah, I feel like I'd give you that. That's what I would do. All right. Damn, this is a lot. Okay. Next I have Sir, this is the final one by the way. Sir Pippy. His top 10 are Goodbye Eri. We're actually about to make this an hour-long video, okay. Goodbye Eri, Fire Punch, The Promised Neverland, Vinland Saga, Attack on Titan, 20th Century Boys, Berserk, Chainsaw Man, Tokyo Ghoul, and Gantz. Those are his top 10, and then he has a little paragraph, maybe not a little. He has a paragraph that I'll read. I will say some of mine are interchangeable. My top 3 can change in between the top 3 spots, kind of depending on the day, which are Chainsaw Man, Tokyo Ghoul, and Gantz. Also, some are lower rated because I still haven't finished them. For example, I still haven't read up to date on Vinland Saga, but I wouldn't be surprised if Vinland Saga gets a higher rating the more I read. Same goes for Berserk. But as it stands, currently, this would be my top 10. And to be honest, I'm still pretty new to manga, so it was kind of hard just thinking of 10 series to include, but my list will change as time goes on. Great video again. Thank you very much. So, his top 10, Goodbye Eri, Fire Punch, Promised Neverland, Vinland Saga, Attack on Titan, 20th Century Boys, Berserk, Chainsaw Man, Tokyo Ghoul, Gantz. Okay, you say you're new to manga. This is and again, nothing wrong with this. Again, in a lot of my videos where I say what to do when you're getting started on manga, I always say go for the mainstream stuff. Because usually, the reason something is popular is because it's good. That's not always the case, but usually because something is popular is because a lot of people like it, so a lot of people are going to hype it up, so it'll be good. So I say, go to the mainstream stuff to at least start out with, which I feel like you've done, which I'm very proud of. This list is very also mainstream. I'm going to give you something that's not as mainstream, that I still think you would very much like, based off this list. I'm giving you Full Night. Again, you say great video again, so I'm assuming you've watched it on my videos. And a lot of these manga I'm recommending, I've already talked about in the past and I've already given my praises about. Full Night is one of the best manga out there right now. Genuinely, if I had to put money, maybe not put money on it because it's not that popular, but if I had to if I had to predict, in my opinion, what is the next modern classic? What is the next cult classic? What is the thing that in 30, 40, 50 years we'll look back on and be like, damn, this was so good. Like, if they were genuinely teaching manga in schools, what manga would be on there? What manga would, be one of those that, English professors would teach people and, how good something really is? I'm just trying to say the peak of literature. I'm going with Full Night. That's my pick. That's genuinely my pick. And there are manga that are better than it. On an objective standpoint. Again, I don't like talking about objectivities, but I don't like talking like that. But if we want to do that, there are objectively better manga than it, in my opinion. Real, Blue Period, One Piece. Again, I haven't read that much Berserk, but probably a Berserk, a Vagabond, Vinland Saga. I haven't really gotten through those manga yet, but again, those would be up there as well. Full Night, on the pace it's going, and how good it is from start to where we are now, I genuinely don't see this manga slowing down. And I genuinely feel like it's up there. It's just genuinely that good, in my opinion. And I know that's glaze or whatever. I know that's hella glaze. That's how people talk, right? I know that's hella glaze, but give it a chance to understand what I mean. Just read the first volume. The first volume is the best first volume I've ever read in my entire life. It's still not in my top 10. It's the best first volume I've ever read in my entire life, genuinely. It's the greatest first volume I've ever read. I recently went back to it, and there's a moment in there that, looking back, stuck to me so hard than any other volume of manga I've ever read in my... that's not true. There's been other volumes that have been better, but I was just so shocked that something I had legit zero expectations for. I heard it was good. I saw it come out. Viz came out. Viz was releasing it. I've never heard a single thing about it. I heard it was good, but I'd never heard the plot details. I've never heard what it was about. I didn't hear anything. And for some reason, I was buying some manga and I needed an extra volume to get over $75 so I didn't have to pay for shipping. Because I was shopping on Crunchyroll. And something just was I'll buy it. I bought the first volume and I had zero expectations for it, and it blew them out of the water and then some. So, message, if you're out to the end of the video, which thank you very much. This video is an hour long. It's taken me a while to film it. If you made it to the end of the video, put a glasses emoji in the comment section down below. I'm assuming none of you haven't, but if you did, they're very grateful. If you're gonna take anything away from this video, just read Fortnite. Again, I also did a video where I was like, if you're gonna take anything away from this channel, read these 10 manga, which again, go look at that video, don't look at this video. If you are like, I want to read the next big thing, in my opinion, quality-wise, it's Fortnite to me. And it's always going to be Fortnite. It's just that good, in my opinion. It's just that good. So, thank you for watching. Put a glasses emoji in the comment section down below. 1.5K, we get the Discord server. Yeah, that's it. Bye.